I was amazed with the quality of the engagement that people showed, and we've gone through a long process. We debated, we discussed, we fought, and we ended up voting on a series of goals that we could set for Ireland. And it's really amazing. Yeah, people came out with some of the, the themes that we weren't expecting in a way, but at the same time they were reflected in some of the things that people in Africa and Asia are telling us as well. And that, the first priority that people want is around equality, the rule of law, sustainable development, and a different economy. Ultimately, what people are saying is we want an economy that works for people and not just for profit. And I think that is a really big challenge now. Like, if we agree that that is a goal that we should work towards, and how do we do that? Great opportunity. We have a need to do this sort of stuff. We need to discuss an alternative future for ourselves, but we also have a great opportunity, and that is that the UN is looking for suggestions of a new recipe for development, and a recipe that would apply to every country in this world. So, and the other opportunity that we have is that Ireland currently holds the EU presidency, which means that we actually have more influence than we normally would have as a small country. And it's an opportunity that we should be using and seizing. And so what we are saying is the next steps is that we'll be harvesting more and more suggestions from ordinary people in this country, and from your listeners. If they log on to www.worldwewant.ie, they can leave their comments about what they think should be prioritized, and we will take those comments and communicate those to the EU. There's a meeting at the end of May of European Foreign Affairs Ministers, and we're going to try and influence that meeting. And with that, then we're also going to in September to New York, to the United Nations, and we'll again say, well, look, the people of Ireland have been saying that these should be the priorities that we'd like to see reflected in our global set of priorities. So those are very tangible steps, and I do think that it is really important that your listeners understand that we have this opportunity, that and that we can speak out now, and there is a real opportunity to be heard. But there were a couple of flaws with them, and one was that it was really only for poor countries, and rich countries, all they needed to do, if you will, was to contribute to finances for the work of the developing country governments. And we're saying now that no, this new framework needs to be universal. It needs to be based on human rights. That came out very strongly. It needs to address the inequality that exists within societies and between societies, and particularly gender inequality that was mentioned very strongly. And yeah, we need to take those priorities and work in a systematic way towards achieving them. The current set of goals, we've just under 1,000 days left before they're to be achieved. They can be achieved. We've shown that it works. And I would love it if your listeners can help us lobby for those goals, and very practically for more and better development cooperation from Ireland. But also then forward that we agree this new framework, and that we work together to monitor it and to work towards the implementation of that framework as well. Yeah.